Hi. Welcome back to Movies Recaps. Today I'm presenting a drama comedy film from 2023 titled Switch. Spoilers are ahead. Be warned and enjoy. Park Kang at that time was nearing the height of his career to the extent his mother could purchase anything anywhere she desired across the globe. He attained both wealth and professional success, leading him to be boastful regarding his riches. Kang resided in an opulent apartment, a truly costly one. Wherever he journeyed, he was invariably accompanied by his manager named Jo Yoon. Previously, Jo Yoon had also been an actor, yet due to a lack of significant roles, he ultimately chose to cease acting and subsequently became Kang's manager to earn a living. He held the responsibility of overseeing Kang's affairs and schedule. One evening, Kang attended an event for filmmakers where he received recognition as the best male actor. Upon the stage, Kang delivered a speech, stating he hadn't anticipated reaching this juncture given his initial steps as an actor, acknowledging his humble beginnings and his origins from a distant locale. In a separate location, a woman named So-hyun observed Park Kang accepting an award on television. So-hyun was Kang's former partner during his impoverished days. She had just returned from New York to inaugurate her art exhibition in Seoul. That evening, on Christmas Eve, the 24th of December, Jo Yoon was preparing to depart for home to spend time with his family, but Kang requested him to stay and accompany him to a bar, the very same establishment where he frequently drank prior to achieving fame as an actor. There, they conversed while reminiscing about their shared past. Jo Yoon and Kang had actually auditioned together for a role in the past, progressing to the final selection. Unexpectedly, fortune favored Kang as he successfully won the audition and rose to prominence as a celebrated actor, while Jo Yoon discontinued acting and subsequently transitioned into Kang's manager. Jo Yoon recalled that had Kang not succeeded in the audition, he might have established a family, together with So-hyun, and experienced a contented life. Upon hearing that, Kang remembered how he had ended his relationship with So-hyun in this very bar 10 years prior, leading to their separation. Kang pursued his acting career while So-hyun journeyed to New York to further her artistic knowledge. When they departed the bar, Kang still desired Jo Yoon to accompany him for more drinks at another bar, but given it was Christmas Eve, Jo Yoon wished to be with his family at home, so he advised Kang to take a taxi and return home alone. While inside the taxi, Kang, who was intoxicated, engaged in conversation with the driver. This driver felt fortunate to have such a renowned actor as his passenger on Christmas Eve. The driver presumed that Kang must be living his dream and must be content having everything a man could possibly desire, but Kang responded that the driver was unaware of his true feelings. The driver then countered that being wealthy and famous did not guarantee happiness and a sense of fulfillment in this world. Suddenly, as if the driver sensed Kang's inner thoughts, he posed a question that seemed incongruous. He inquired what Kang would do if he were granted an opportunity to alter the past. The driver even discerned that Kang was contemplating changing the past regarding his breakup with So-hyun and offered his assistance in transforming that thought into reality. The following morning, Kang awoke on the wooden floor of a modest dwelling. He was utterly bewildered to find himself in an unfamiliar place and to witness two children before him, addressing him as father. His shock intensified upon seeing a figure he knew intimately well. The long-lost love of his life, So-hyun, was his wife. Kang was informed that he was in his own residence and the two children were his offspring. So-hyun also believed that Kang had not yet recovered from his inebriation due to excessive drinking the previous night. Kang had still not comprehended the events of that morning. He attempted to contact Jo Yoon but was unable to reach him. Kang decided to return to his apartment. He casually entered and confused the security personnel because they did not recognize him as a resident. Kang casually ascended to the top floor and attempted the combination to unlock the door, but for some reason, it failed to work. He was surprised to witness someone opening the door to his apartment. He assumed that a burglar had broken into his residence. He then forced his way inside and created a disturbance, necessitating the security guards to restrain him. The atmosphere descended into chaos as the apartment's owner believed Kang to be his wife's paramour. Kang tried to explain his identity as a famous actor, despite no one recognizing him. Shortly thereafter, Kang found himself at the police station. He was both angry and confused. The police clarified that the apartment was not his, according to their records. Kang was left in utter shock to discover that everything he possessed had vanished in a single night. Kang felt even more humiliated when So-hyun arrived to collect him. So-hyun stated that she was Kang's wife, but Kang denied that she was his wife. Naturally, So-hyun was angered and assumed that Kang was seeking a divorce. The police calmed her down and mentioned that Kang appeared somewhat disoriented as he had claimed to be an actor. The two of them then proceeded home. Kang still questioned the veracity of his marriage to So-hyun. Irritated by her husband's repeated inquiries about their relationship, So-hyun once again slapped Kang in an attempt to rouse him. At that precise moment, Kang observed a taxi passing by. He then recalled the incident of the previous night. After having drinks with Jo-yoon, he had taken a taxi and conversed with the driver, and subsequently, he had ended up in his current situation. Upon his arrival home, So-hyun once more reprimanded him for uttering nonsense. Kang then became acquainted with his daughter, Ro-hee. He informed her that he had lost his memory. He had no recollection of his life with them. At that juncture, So-hyun mentioned that she would be meeting her friends after her art class, so she instructed Kang to look after the children. Naturally, Kang was reluctant and suggested to So-hyun that she hire a babysitter instead. Upon hearing this, So-hyun assumed that Kang was still intoxicated. Furthermore, the rent for the house was overdue, so So-hyun urged Kang to cease drinking and assist her in paying the bills. Kang still sought answers regarding the previous day's taxi driver, so Kang took the children with him to find the explanation. He then visited the taxi company to inquire about the taxi he had taken on Christmas Eve, but unfortunately, after describing the taxi's characteristics to the staff, they informed him that no taxi matching that description existed. To gather information about his new existence, Kang posed several questions to his twin children. Ro-hee mentioned that Kang was an actor, albeit not a famous one. Ro-ha then showed Kang his appearance on a television program. Kang was surprised to see himself playing a minor, uncredited role there. That night, So-hyun requested Kang to recount the events of that morning when he had intruded upon someone's apartment. Kang then explained that he actually originated from a different reality after taking a peculiar taxi the previous night. The life he shared with So-hyun was a life he had not chosen, and the taxi driver had bestowed it upon Kang, resulting in his current circumstances. So-hyun clearly regarded Kang's words as utter nonsense. As Kang was about to sleep, he felt uneasy sleeping with So-hyun after the events that had transpired between them in his original reality. Having always slept alone, he now found himself sleeping with the woman he once loved. His day with his new family, a family he never anticipated having, had finally commenced. He had to sleep together, eat together, manage his twin children, and fulfill the roles of a father figure and a husband at home. Kang lacked an emotional connection with the twins and still struggled to adapt to his new existence. It felt like a repetitive and dull life for him. One night, So-hyun reminded Kang that he had a scheduled filming session with Mystic TV for a movie. Mystic TV was a television channel known for its low viewership and poor quality films. Despite his commendable performance and his family's pride, he still considered the channel to be worthless. At that time, his friend Wo-hee contacted him and requested his assistance in promoting her theatrical performance. It transpired that in addition to his television appearances, Kang in this reality also earned money through theater productions. When they finally met, Kang inquired of Wo-hee why he had been unable to contact Jo-yoon. Wo-hee explained that Jo-yoon was currently occupied with promoting his brand new movie. After confirmation, it became evident that Jo-yoon, who had been his manager in his original reality, was a celebrated actor in this reality. Kang had just realized that his career trajectory had been swapped with Jo-yoon's. One day, Kang attempted to enter the agency office where Jo-yoon worked by forcing his way in. He went upstairs and eventually managed to meet Jo-yoon, who still recognized him. He then invited Kang to share a meal together. During their conversation, Kang learned that Jo-yoon had been able to become an actor because Kang had withdrawn during the final audition to pursue So-hyun to the airport. Consequently, Jo-yoon had emerged and become an actor in this reality. Following his lunch with Jo-yoon, Kang then went to meet So-hyun at her gallery. From Jo-yoon's words, Kang understood that he had deliberately forfeited the opportunity to audition to chase after So-hyun, a stark contrast to the reality he came from where Kang had instead chosen to end his relationship with So-hyun to advance his career. Since that revelation, his treatment of So-hyun had undergone a transformation. Kang inquired what might have transpired if So-hyun had gone to New York 10 years prior, but So-hyun stated that she preferred her current life with Kang and their twins. In short, one evening, Wo-hee and Kang presented their theatrical performance. Jo-yoon, who was in attendance that night, fell asleep due to drowsiness while watching the show. Subsequently, Jo-yoon treated all of them to dinner. Jo-yoon seemed interested in Wo-hee, with whom he actually shared mutual affection in his other life. Jo-yoon even left his credit cards for them to use to pay for whatever they wished to eat, without limit. At Kang's residence, he hosted a small gathering with So-hyun and her friends, featuring the food he had brought from the restaurant earlier. Despite Kang being an actor who was not widely known, he enjoyed considerable popularity among the women in the neighborhood. The next morning, their house was visited by Kang's mother, who in this reality, was quite different from the mother in his original reality. His mother was particular and critical, especially after she discovered that Kang had resigned from his current employment. After visiting Kang and her grandchildren, Kang then accompanied her to the terminal for her journey home. She expressed her hope that her son would secure a significant role like Jo-yoon and gave him some money. She instructed him to treat his family and also to purchase flowers for his father's grave. Her request was promptly fulfilled by Kang, but as usual, Kang was reluctant to visit his father's grave because it turned out that Kang harbored negative memories of his father, hence his consistent avoidance of his father's final resting place. At another point in time, Kang went for an audition. His acting was actually competent, but because the auditioner was aware that Kang was Jo-yoon's close friend and often socialized with him, they instead requested Kang to persuade Jo-yoon to act in their film. He subsequently met Jo-yoon and informed him about it. Jo-yoon was surprised to hear this, especially given the fact that he had deliberately skipped the audition because he had wanted Kang to secure the role to earn money for his family. Jo-yoon understood that Kang couldn't dedicate his time to endless auditions, and because Jo-yoon needed someone he trusted to work for him, he decided to offer Kang a position as his manager. Kang somewhat declined the offer because he felt that his life had undergone a complete transformation and that he was disillusioned with his current circumstances. The following day, Kang encountered difficulty in contacting So-hyun. He also came across an announcement stating that she would no longer be conducting classes at her gallery. Another issue arose when he and his twin children were playing at the playground. That afternoon, Ro-hee inquired about the signatures that actors typically give to fans. Kang then demonstrated how to sign. Upon seeing it, Ro-hee expressed her wish that one day, her father would also be able to sign autographs for other people, just like famous actors. Suddenly, Ro-ha had an accident while playing unattended. They immediately rushed him to the hospital. Shortly after So-hyun arrived, it was revealed that she had been working at a convenience store. Kang felt offended because So-hyun had kept this from him, making him appear inadequate as the head of the household. Kang then checked his ATM and discovered that it contained no funds. Kang felt disappointed in himself in that reality because he had been unable to achieve anything for the past 10 years. Knowing that he had no other viable option, he was compelled to accept Jo-yoon's offer to work as his manager. Drawing upon his experience observing Jo-yoon as his manager, he commenced his work by preparing agendas, assisting Jo-yoon on the filming set, and even shielding him from paparazzi. Kang also did not hesitate to offer advice to Jo-yoon regarding salary negotiations for his films or advertisements. Kang leveraged his decade of experience to enable Jo-yoon to earn even more money. Occasionally, Kang also assisted Jo-yoon in reading scripts, to the point where Kang became emotionally invested because he had not read a script in a considerable amount of time. In his original reality, he had been too lazy to memorize scripts. Jo-yoon took an excessive amount of time learning the script, causing the extras to become impatient and ultimately resign. In the end, the director decided to offer the role to Kang, knowing that Kang was an actor. Naturally, Kang was eager to accept. Kang performed admirably. His skill in horseback riding even garnered praise from the director, whereas Jo-yoon, the lead actor, could only ride a horse with the aid of filming equipment. In contrast to his respective life, this time, Kang approached his acting role with complete dedication and professionalism, even impressing his family at home with his performance. Kang also began to find enjoyment in his role as the head of the family. His affection for his family had deepened. His life had improved significantly. He could eat comfortably and pay bills punctually because his income had become stable, but this change apparently affected him and drew So-hyun's attention, particularly when Kang took them to Jo-yoon's apartment, which Jo-yoon had lent them to live in. So-hyun did not agree with the plan. She believed that money had fundamentally altered Kang. Kang desired to forget and leave their small house where they had started everything, a place holding numerous memories with their twins. She did not want to lose that by relocating to this apartment. Conversely, Kang simply wished to provide the best for his wife and children, but unfortunately, Kang still harbored the mindset he had possessed in his previous life. For So-hyun, their shared history and experiences were of paramount importance. Consequently, they began to argue. That night, Kang, unable to sleep, went to his children's room. He realized that in his current life, luxury was not a necessity to pursue. Kang immediately learned from his past mistakes in his original life, understanding that despite being far from a luxurious existence, this condition brought him happiness, unlike being wealthy while living alone without a family. Days, weeks, and months passed, and Kang successfully moved on and put his former life behind him. He even managed to complete his role in the drama he was filming with Jo-yoon impressively. Kang also gained many fans, and even the director commended his excellent performance thus far. The director also suggested that Jo-yoon and Kang should switch roles, as Jo-yoon was more suited to be a manager than Kang. Kang also had a special interview session that propelled his name from a background actor to a manager, and from a manager to a professional actor. His achievement also brought joy to his family, but despite this, Kang continued to work as a manager for Jo-yoon. When Jo-yoon received the Best Actor award, he surprisingly thanked Kang for his support, acknowledging that he wouldn't have been able to achieve that success if not for him. Jo-yoon also stated that Kang was a more talented actor than himself. To celebrate the award, Jo-yoon invited Kang for drinks at the bar. He informed Kang of a role vacancy for an upcoming drama, but the filming was scheduled overseas for 3 months. Kang declined the offer because he did not want to leave his family for such an extended period. Kang preferred to seek alternative employment instead. At that moment, Jo-yoon finally confessed that he had fallen in love with Wo-hee, the tomboyish girl. He expressed envy at seeing Kang living with his family. Jo-yoon even willingly wished to swap his life with Kang's. When they finished their drinks, Wo-hee picked up Jo-yoon, while Kang chose to depart in a taxi. That night was Christmas Eve, exactly 1 year since Kang's life had been altered. As he entered the taxi, the driver then reminded him that there was only a short time remaining before Kang would revert to his original life. Those words suddenly triggered memories of his past existence, but Kang did not wish to return and desired to stay. Sadly, he was unable to. He had to return to his reality when the appointed time arrived. Kang grew angry, feeling that the driver was manipulating his life, when suddenly, the car came to a halt. It was at that precise moment that Kang discovered that the driver was his deceased father. His father told him that he regretted not spending more time with Kang because he had been too focused on his work. That moment became emotionally charged because, in reality, Kang had never truly connected with his father, until the day his father passed away. Kang then returned home. He immediately embraced his children tightly. That night, he tucked them into bed, gazing at their innocent faces, knowing that by the following morning, he would no longer be able to see them again. Afterward, So-hyun showed Kang a photograph of him with his father when he was just a kid. Their relationship wasn't special, but the incident in the taxi had changed Kang's view of how valuable time with family truly was. He ended his last day by sleeping with his wife, trying to let go of that sweet moment he had just realized. The next morning, Kang woke up in his luxurious apartment, feeling sad after all the good life he had experienced was taken away from him. At the same time, Jo-yoon appeared. Kang then inquired about So-hyun, who was holding an exhibition in the city. Jo-yoon confirmed this and provided information that today was the final day of the exhibition. Kang was surprised to hear that. He initially believed that a year had passed, but it turned out that in his real life, only a single day had gone by. Before he departed, Kang instructed Jo-yoon to apply for another audition and assured him that he would cover the expenses. Kang set off to find the exhibition venue. Upon his arrival, he panicked because the event had concluded, and the staff was packing the paintings, but Kang was taken aback when he saw a painting that he recognized. A painting depicting the house he had lived in during his dream. So-hyun suddenly appeared. She asked why he was there. Without any hesitation, Kang questioned how So-hyun had conceived of that painting. Kang then took So-hyun to a location where the very same house from So-hyun's painting could be seen. Kang finally understood that even though it had been a dream, it was the happiest period of his life. 2 years passed, and Kang finally married So-hyun. They also had twin children whom they named Ro-hee and Ro-ha, but different from the ones he had in his dream. This time, he would navigate his life with So-hyun from the beginning. There you have it. What did you think of that movie? Like and subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments section. Your support really helps a lot. Thank you for watching and see you next time for more fun recaps.